back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you the gradient tool in Adobe Illustrator. So let's just hop to it, don't waste time, and let's begin. So I'm going to take my rectangle tool and I'm going to draw a rectangle right here. So as I draw my rectangle, now I'm going to where's my gradient tool? Gradient, this is called the gradient tool, and if you can't find it over here, go in the windows and you can find a gradient, and the shortcut will be written over here, Control F9. And I'm just going to take this bar out like this, and now let's just start it. Now I just want to take out my colors panel as well. I'm going to take out my colors panel and I'm going to attach them to it like this. I'm going to take out my swatches panel as well. And I'm going to explain you all of them so don't get confused. Okay, let's just bring the colors to this side and the gradient tool over here. So basically, in in Adobe, there are some colors options. Right now, I have hold the option of I'm on this template is of RGB. I'm gonna tell you more about CMYK, RGB, HSV, and grayscale more. But right now, this is my this is my RGB. You can change the format to like CMYK. You can also change it to grayscale and even to HSB. And I want to show more options. Before, it was only showing these recent colors and like that. But right now, I'm going to show more options. And then we can go in advance. Like if I have this color right here, I can change it saturation and its darkness, or I can say brightness. We can make different colors using this. But before moving on to this, now let's just discuss some little things. Basically, HSB, I basically use RGB and HSB more than CMYK and grayscale. Well, it's really rare when I use grayscale. H means hue, S means saturation, and B means brightness. If your hue is there, remember, did you heard of like navy blue, sky blue, light blue, dark blue, ivory blue? These are all the main substitute is blue. These are all the mix. The thing that is changing is saturation and brightness. Hue will remain the same. Like I can even make a parrot green like this, or I can make a dark green like this. If I can, or I can also even make a teal green. I made a teal green. So it's all the fun of saturation and brightness. Your hue will be according to which color or shades you want. Like if I have this purple, I can even shade it colors like this. Actually, my charging was low, that's why it showed like this. But no worries, I plugged my charger now. So now, okay. So let's just jump back to it. There were just some issues in my surroundings, but ignore them. Let's just get back to where we were. So so it's all the fun of the brightness, saturation, and and the hue. In RGB, R is basically means the red color. G means green and B means blue. RGB. RGB is used for web purposes and as well as HSB. Now CMYK. CMYK is used for printing purposes. And this is grayscale. It just has a color of gaon. Gaon means black and white and gray. So I usually just use HSB more than any other color. Okay. And these are my swatches. Basically, in swatches, like for example, I am going to select this. These are some of the swatches which are already saved. These are some gradients, and we also have this type of gradient which has the end with a transparent, like this. We can even do some patterns over here like these. These are so much fun. You can also test them out. They're all so much fun. You can save colors. You can even so these are all swatches. Now let's just come back to our gradient. Now how can we use the gradient? So how can we use the gradient? For using the gradient, this is our gradient toolbar. You need to select the object you want to use. And when I'm clicking over here, can you notice now? Wait a sec. I really wanted. Wait a sec. Oh yeah. I really like. So when I clicked on the gradient, my color grade changed to grayscale. And you can even change like the smoothness of between them like this, or you can do it like this. So you basically are changing the smoothness. And you can even change the location. I'm just gonna keep it back to 50%. You can change your colors by double clicking over here, and you can also like change the format. It's totally up to you. Let's keep it somewhat like purplish. And the other way you can use is that you can like drop the colors. Like for example, if I gonna take like this color right here, red, you can drop it as well as like this. And you can add another swatch so that you can add some more detail. Like if I'm gonna add the pink color to it. And then maybe like this one. For deleting a swatch, just select them and over here delete. And you can it's not important that every time you add a swatch key, you can even drag and drop like normally. Like for example, I have this blue right here. I have just dropped it. And yeah, so can you see what type of beautiful colors I made using just a gradient? But yeah, for now we're not gonna use all so many colors like this. Let's just be simple for now. So what if I choose let's just take a yellow shade, and on the other side I'm gonna take this red or orange we can say. So it made it a gradient. We can even change the angle of the gradient by these options. You can do it from here as well. Or the other way is that you go over here to the gradient button 2 and the shortcut is G, and you can drag a line to the direction you want it to be. So basically, you have might been noticed there are the same features we can also enable from here, and you can from here also change the smoothness. Like this, you can also do it from here. I'm just gonna bring it back to 50. Um, let's bring it back to 50. And now you can also change the direction of it like this. I can change the direction of it. And let's do something. If you hold the shift key, it will be a straight line. Can you notice this is too light? Like it's not ending with the darker blue, like the darker orange. But when I'm doing it till here, now can you see this side is a little darker? So it all the fun of the gradients. Alright, let's get back. So so let's now move further upon. Okay. Just rather just fix them all together like this. Okay. Now I'm gonna sorry. Now I'm just gonna again bring it back to here. Well, I'm just getting an issue over here. I'm like putting them back inside. Let's just take out the gradient one. Okay. So let's move on. Now, for example, if I take an ellipse, I draw a circle like this. I just want to zoom in a bit. Okay. So I made the circle. Now, if I'm going to select this, and now can you see there's another option? There's this radial gradient. In a radial gradient, the lightest part starts from the center. So you can even change it to like this. And I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to add another key point over here and I'm going to double click and I'm going to change its swatch to white. Now, if I'm going to take my grain, you can see now it's a little different because it's a type of a circle way. Now, if I'm moving it like this, can you like see? It's creating a it's like creating a really like a ball type structure. You can create a ball like this. Can you see? I created a fun looking ball like this. So it's all fun of gradient. And this is a little free from gradient. I'm going to teach you in like further upon classes. Not right now. But for now, we're just going to be on radial and the linear gradient. Let's make it small. Okay. And I'm going to bring this over here. Okay. So I put the shapes to the side. And what I really wanted to do is that remove the stroke because it's not giving the gradient feeling. Now you can feel the gradient over here. Okay. So I'm going to make a fun little object and you can guess it out. I'm going to take a circle. I'm going to hold my shift for making a perfect circle. I'm going to make another circle. But behind this circle, you might be thinking, I'm going to go in the line. You might be thinking, what am I even trying to do? Alright. I made this highlight. Now I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Okay. So now I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna control R for my rulers. I'm gonna assign my rulers like this. And I'm gonna key them to the center. Alright. Okay. Now I'm gonna like scroll in. I'm gonna take my pen tool. I'm gonna draw a line like this. And before doing that, yeah, I'm gonna make this circle a guide. But how am I gonna do that? Let me tell you. First, I'm gonna select the circle and I'm gonna make it as guide. Now it is as my guide. You can even make a shape a guide. I'm gonna take my pen tool and I'm gonna draw it somewhat like this. And I'm gonna move my handle. Alright. Hmm. I don't know. It's kind of looking like I didn't did it in a perfect measurement. So I'm just gonna do it like now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at this. Now I'm gonna make another duplicate of it, but like transform, reflect, copy. Alright. Now I'm gonna take my pen tool. I need a dry selection tool. And I just wanted to make it a little higher. Alright, now I'm gonna select the 2 points and I'm gonna join. And I'm gonna select these 2 points, join. Now it's one particular shape. Now I'm gonna give it, okay. So now I'm gonna hold my rotate, take my rotate. And for example, if I want to make 6 of them, like 8 of them. So I guess, what if we just do like 6? Okay, let's make 6 of them. And I'm going to take out my calculator. Okay. So here's my calculator. 360 divided by 6. It equals to 60. So let's type in here 60 degree. Copy. Now we're going to do Control D. Okay. Now I want to select all of them, but not this circle. I want to rotate them like somewhat like this. Alright. Now let's just keep it before what it was looking like. Now I'm gonna select all of them and give them all this gradient. Now you might be thinking it's looking kind of a weird, but now I'm gonna take my gradient tool. Alright. So I made a sun. Now you have guessed it out. It is a sun. And I just want to hide my guys. So I made a fun looking sun right here. Let's make it small. So now I'm gonna make something else, but that's also gonna be super fun. And I accidentally closed my gradient. Alright. Wait a sec, I just want to do one little thing. Alright, so it's now fine. I'm gonna delete this right here. I'm gonna go in the file. I'm gonna go in place. I want to place this image right here. It's an image of a fish. And now I can kind of see a lot of gradients over here. And in some places there's no gradient. So we are gonna add that. So let's just begin with this fish drawing. It looks pretty much fun. I don't know, I want to start with the bubbles. I'm gonna take my lips tool. And I'm gonna draw my bubble like this. I'm gonna take my green. First of all, I'm gonna apply a white color. Alright. Now the second color is gonna be somewhat like a blue. Alright. I'm gonna remove this color. Alright, so let's now mix the gradient. I want to make it like in the middle. Let's hold it. By the way, I want to make it radial. Okay, I'm gonna add another color. I'm gonna add another color to it. I'm gonna make it a little darker. Okay. Okay, so my bubble is looking pretty much nice. Now let's just copy it over here. And just wanted the kind of little bit. So we are already done with the bubbles. And I just want to check on my layers. And what I really want to do is that I'm gonna grip all of these, or before grouping them, I don't know what I'm trying to do. Okay, now I am gonna log this main image and I'm gonna name it my main image. And I'm gonna group all of these other bubbles. Control G. Name them bubbles. And remember, when I'm clicking on them, all are selecting. If you want to change or edit only one, you can take your direct selection tool and you can only select one of them. Now I'm gonna take my pen tool. Now I'm gonna trace it like this. And remember, the thing which is behind the object, the thing that is behind the object should always be drawn first. And there's no problem if you like make it wrong, because I can make anything right here, right now. I'm gonna give it the color of this, but I am of course gonna add some gradients to it. Like this. I have added a little gradient. Okay. So I'm gonna make another thing that is behind is the tail. I'm also gonna trace this out. Like this. For more precision, I'm gonna like zoom in. See the little curve point around here. And I'm gonna make another duplicate because that is like we can also try to do it in a reflection way. Then transform, reflect, but not like this horizontally. Copy. I know the shape is a little different, but it's no easy. You can ask Begginer is not all important that we copy every time. We can do our own creation as well. Average. Okay. And I'm gonna do average to them as well. Now I'm gonna join them like this. Now I'm gonna give this whole fin the same gradient. Okay, like this. And now I'm gonna hide these two so that I can make this of the front place. So now we need to be more precise because we're making the main face of the fish. Okay. And if you don't know how to trace using a pencil, you can go back to my class number 4, in which I did tracing with a pen tool. Now take this main color. And I noticed there's a radial gradient around here. Alright. Now I'm gonna go back to my layers and I'm gonna hide this as well. Now let's make this fin right here. Like this, and I'm gonna show my this fin so that I can copy this gradient right here. Okay, like this. So let's just go to our eye. Sorry for the background noises. These are just like my little birds. I know the eye that counts. And decrease my stroke a bit. And we're just gonna roughly draw another circle to it. Okay. So like this, I am gonna go to my layers and open all my layers. And I'm gonna delete the picture. And now we made a fun looking cute fish using only gradients. So you can also explore it by your own. And remember, exploring is way better than copying. So I'm just kind of like, so I hope you love this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to share to your friends. Bye bye.